Hi Cancer, I hope you're okay. Thank you for joining me. I'm Clarissa, and we're going to do a journal and love reading for Cancer, October. And Cancer, if you'd like to be a part of the October competition, where you can win a complimentary birth chart reading with myself, so an astrological natal chart reading, all you have to do is become a subscriber. And at the end of October, I will pick a random subscriber and they will win. It may be you. This is first card, Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is, having to, defend your thoughts, your ideas, having to go into the mindset of the things that you believe, charging forward with how you want things to be, really having to create some wrestle with the mind, having to, because you've been distracted with some things. You maybe feel like there's been a little bit of trickery here, or there's someone's their emotions have disturbed your thoughts in some way. You're feeling like you have to say no to certain feelings and certain projections that are onto you, and because you're wanting to lead with your mindset, and you feel like you have been held a little bit here. Some things have been worrying you, regarding love, regarding action being taken. The Devil is Capricorn card, major arcana for Capricorn, but it also speaks to, again, this is very ties into the Nine of Swords here, because there's something that's been tying you, maybe some thoughts, or somebody's been trying to hold you in a certain mindset, and you're in this process of detaching yourself and realizing that your emotions are being held, and you're wanting to release yourself, and this is where the release is going. So not having to escape into certain things, is trying to create a decisiveness about what it is that you want to release from, and because of what it is that you want to feel. You don't want to be disturbed by certain energies, certain projections. So we've got here the Knave of Pentacles, but it came out in reverse. I don't normally read reverses, but Page of Pentacles in reverse, it speaks about, having to learn from a situation. You no longer have to learn from it anymore. You get completely where it's taking you, and this learning is about the things that you want to grow. So you may be feeling a little bit like you need to regain some stability here, regain some security. You maybe want to think about changing the things that you're learning at the moment, and engaging into something new, because you want to release from certain things. And I feel like there's lots of different thoughts. One's love, one's maybe like you're thinking about finances, you're thinking about the future, but you're feeling again held to thoughts of the old. You're feeling like you want to release from certain things, and it just keeps coming back. Some old reoccurring feelings just keep coming back to kind of just remind you that they still need to be resolved. And so you're wanting to create some different types of stability. You feel like at the moment you feel like you're losing some stability or security at the moment. So you're wanting to create a new idea about how to create some new stability, some new security. This could be related to finances, could be related to where you've been emotionally stable for a long time, and now there's like some changes, and you kind of feel like, oh, I've got to start again, or you've got to reintroduce something else, and you've got to trust your own actions again. And Okay, let's get another card here. It's a Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is an air card, so you could be or could have been dealing with an air sign person, Aquarius, Gemini, or a Libra, somebody who, you know, they are able to, with the air cards, they're able to, air signs rather, they're able to create a mindset with you in it. You know, they're able to create a relationship with the mind. You know, so there could have been some, you know, imagination there, or there could have been some thoughts there about where things could go, the directions. It also could have been, you know, some things weren't clear. You know, some things were tying their mind, and it made things unclear. But there was something that was keeping you together, something that was bounding this relationship together. You know, a sense of desire, almost like a false security. So with this, the Knight of Swords as well, it's action. You know, it's very fast moving thoughts as well. So yeah, again, this is the wrestle of the mind, thinking that things could be a certain way, wanting the outset to be a certain way. Let's see what the next card is. Okay, the Hermit. So I feel like the situation has almost made you retract a little bit. You know, you're going into this place of learning again, you know, understanding what it is that's been holding you, where you feel there is a sense of feeling limited. I get here as well. You feel like a little bit limited. You feel like you want to understand how you can create some freedoms from these thoughts that are coming into your mind and trying to keep you held. And so you're having to go through this deeper process of an internal reflection. What is it that you want? How can you create some new patterns to, you know, unlock some of the chains of the thoughts of the past? Okay, yeah, 10 of Wands, because you're getting into the point of motivation here. Some things, it's like you had to go through this, you know, so recent situation where it's springboarding you into action. You wanted to create some change. You don't want to feel like this. With Cancerians, it's like they can choose to either stay bound in an emotion because it helps them to make some understanding, but then they're also very quick with changing their emotions. They can change their emotions like that, and people on the outset wouldn't know that they've changed their mind about certain things. But with Cancerians, they have this power of being able to have the emotional changeability. So something here is igniting some movement. You wanting to, it's almost a sense of loss and limitation. It's springboarding you to have some emotional freedom in some way. So you're wanting to gain, take some action in gaining a new version of stability, maybe having to take on some learning, or you could be feeling like actually you don't want to learn anymore. You want to implement. You want to do something where you're learning along the way. It's not like an institutional learning. It's learning maybe something completely new. Learning to I think because it's the 10 of Wands, it's something to do with your physical appearance, and it's something to do with your outer world. So maybe implementing something where it's going to be seen. So learning something in that way where you're like a visual thing, is where people are attracted to you. Seven of Wands. So Seven of Wands again is it speaks of this action element. You know, there was with this energy that you was connecting with, there was this passion there as well. There was it was like there was the physical element here with this air card. This could have been you know, wanting to just show the decisiveness that you had, show your action, show the things that you want. But you feel like some of it's a little bit wasted. There's like you feel like you just want to move away from this from this feeling. You completely get why you went through it, and you kind of made some choices, and now it's almost like you put yourself in certain situations to be a trigger for other things that you want, because you want desire, you want to be desired, but now you're moving it into this attractive platform. The Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords again is feeling tied to a certain thing. It's almost like sometimes when we go into an emotional depth, it can create almost like a cage. You know, it can create a point of, I just want to be comfortable. I just want to stay in my own energy, because in my own energy, I can't get disrupted. No one bothers me there. No one can, affect my mood. No one can affect the way I want to feel in this moment. But it also, when we remain in that place of say solitude and isolation, sometimes we need to be interacting with other emotions, because again, it is the springboarding. But I think sometimes when things have happened in the past and it's not gone the way that you wanted to, don't let it be something that's keeps you there. Let it be the springboard to knowing that there's so much better. You've gone into this depth of understanding the things why. You understand why you was deeply connected to it, and you understand that you do have to go into, retract back into yourself, because that's how you function, Cancerians. When this is how you develop your heightened emotional awareness. You do have to create a detachment from the outside world, but then also you want to use it as a springboard to elevate you, pivot you into other things where you can be desired, you can have all the desire that you want. I like that. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. See, so I think there's someone around you that does have an attraction towards you, but they're at the moment they're very slow. They're moving in a very slow way, so they're almost learning about you as well. This future energy. So there is somebody here who wants to offer like stability, and they're in the point where they are. They're growing their things as well. They're creating their stability as well. But they're seeing the things that you're doing, and they're just watching you. It's like they're watching you grow. They're watching you as you connect with your level of your attractiveness, this attractiveness that you're building, not just your physical appearance, but attraction towards you. And they wanted to watch you grow, and then offer love. So very slow energy here. Okay, right, so let's get some clarification. Okay, let's clarify the Nine of Swords. Star card, yes, love this. The star card again, major arcana for Aquarius. So again, it could just be, now you've gone through certain things, and you've gone through a certain mindset. you're understanding that it is connected to your wants and desires, and you've gone into this understanding that, okay, yeah, it's felt a certain way, but it's because you're wanting to attract certain things. You want to create this level of attractions. There's things that you want to do, so you had to almost put yourself into a situation that would create a mindset that can help you develop into the things that you want, because now you've got a different take on things, you've got a different insight into things, your emotional intelligence, your emotional awareness has grown. So yeah, you're wanting to use it, wanted to use this completely. Let's clarify the Devil. The Five of Pentacles. Because you have felt like, you have been, there's sometimes a loss of things can make you feel like you wanna understand why there is this loss in life, and being bound to this feeling of wanting to understand why you have to go through things. Maybe it can just take a little bit too longer than 5 minutes. maybe it's happening with the dwelling of the emotions is happening for too long, and it's almost like, okay, you're wanting to find your way out of it, but it's the key is right here, it's right there in front of you. So the dwelling, I think you're getting to a point of recognizing that it has happened, and you're wanting to just make steps, because you don't want anyone to have complete control over the emotions, even if they don't know, they're not aware, unless they watch this video. But knowing that somebody can have a prolonged effect on your emotions in a negative way, we have to move away from that, 100%. Let's clarify the Knave of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is allowing your ideas to grow, understanding the intricacies, creating patterns, learning how to nurture, and so you can see this element of growth. So yeah, so whatever this new energy that you're wanting to get into, where you just wanting to focus on growth, this is really good. So there is a slow growing here with the Seven of Pentacles, but it's growth nonetheless. It's you having to leverage these energies in the way certain things are made you feel, and putting it into something that's really constructive for you, something that you can be, an achievement that you can really get your teeth into, and almost like just going to be learning along the way. You can see here with the wind and the hand on the root, it's almost like a connection to the divine intricacies of nature, understanding that growth needs your specific type of nurture, Cancer. Okay, let's clarify the Knight of Swords. The Six of Swords, yeah. I know with you, Cancer, you don't forget anything. Not one thing do you forget, but you understand that there's almost like there's a power in those memories as well, because it helps you to understand and recognize certain attractions that you don't want, certain things that you're not going to be entering into again. You're fully aware that yes, it's fine to experience certain things, but then as well you've got to know what you're going to carry forward, know what's going to be a part of your experience carrying forward in a positive sense, because then you can recognize certain things, you can recognize certain ego-led energies that are projected onto you. Let's clarify the Hermit. Four of Swords, yeah. So this is, again, it speaks of this comfortability that sometimes we like to create for ourselves, because in that comfort, we recognize all the emotions in there. whether they're good, bad, you know, indifferent, we recognize them, and sometimes it can just be so easy to stay in that place of comfort. But we have to then also ask ourselves, and I think that's what you've been doing, is ask ourselves, which is the emotions that I want to stay in, and which is the one that I have to, you know, remove from my sense of comfortability. If I introduce some of those energies that are good for me but challenge me, and I keep working on them with the Hermit here, creating these patterns, these intricacies. If I keep working on these uncomfortable energies, but they're actually benefiting me, they're going to become part of my comfort, part of my emotional support. Okay, let's clarify the Ten of Wands here. Eight of Wands, yes. Eight of Wands, it's, you know, this is, you know, lots of, you know, interaction. So whatever is this idea that you've got going on, where you're leveraging these old emotions, you're letting them be a springboard, it is creating a lot of attraction for you. You know, you're starting to gain attentions for the things that you're doing, or the feelings that you're projecting at the moment. This newer energy that you're wanting to harness, you're wanting to allow nurture to grow, is creating this high level of attraction. Let's keep it there. Let's clarify the Seven of Wands, Cancer. Seven of Cups, yeah. You know, this is an indication of why we were involved in certain emotions, because you have an array of emotions, Cancer. And so, you know, when there's an indecision about what you want, that can then manifest into being part of your environment. So then connecting with somebody who is kind of not sure what they want, there's a little bit of indecision here, because it's coming from our own indecisiveness. And so being understanding that, you know, this is part of the acknowledgement that you face because of your own uncertainty about exactly what you want. It's come about in your environment. You've had to explore it. You've had to see what it looks like, see what it feels like, and then it's almost like, okay, I can remove that one because that's not what I want. that's not it. So now you've got, you know, you're almost like creating a way to be less decisive. But it's the process for emotions, which can be quite hard for Cancerians, because they need to feel their situation. Okay, let's clarify the Eight of Swords. The Five of Wands, yeah. The Five of Wands over the Eight of Swords, you know, so really having to understand that it can take a fight to remove some mental energies. It can take to unbound ourselves to the old things that like to just keep us contained, keep us comfortable. We do have to become emotionally charged to almost say to connect those newer energies and say, look, I want to change. I want to make changes. And so there has to be like a little indication, a little bit of action to say, yeah, I'm moving myself in a certain direction. I am making that effort to get the things that I want. Because otherwise, you know, the mind can then so easily keep us bound, because it takes mental agility and not physical strength. Physical strength can tire us out much more quickly because we can only contain a certain amount of strength in our physicality. But there has to be certain physical movements that have to be made. You know, even if it's just changing things around in your environment, just so it has a different energy and things are different, and you respond to that. Okay, let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles, this slower movement energy here. Let's see, what do they want? All right, Four of Wands. They want it all. they want a love with you that's celebrated. So yeah, at the moment, I think they're wanting to get to know you in a very slow way, because they see it as quite serious. They see it as a, there's something that's they see as maybe long-term, possibly. So they're wanting to engage with you in a way that's just that it builds on things. So yes, let's get some love cards here for you, Cancer. Let's get some cards here for you, Cancer. Dragonfly, be light-hearted, finding out, things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. Yeah, love this for you. Yeah, this is, the dragonfly is amazing because it's really insightful. It's a great totem as well if you want to have a look into that. And just the thing, this is regarding your attractiveness and just responding to things in a light-hearted way, letting people see, the energies around you, see the light-heartedness of you, what truly is the light in your emotions, and how much you have grown from situations, how much you've adapted to your environment, the changes that you've made. Amazing. About receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure. Yeah, because I think you understand some certain emotional patterns that you've gone through. You understand that you've allowed certain things to just be reminded that the growth of what you want, the growth of what you need, it's almost like, okay, I went through certain things, and now I understand that there's certain things around that situation I don't want to go through, and so it opens the way for what you truly do need. Stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking, attack. Ooh, okay. Okay, Cassie, you're not playing around, are you? Because you know exactly how somebody has made you feel. And this is where the pondering has been. I know Cancerians don't take their emotions lightly, because when they get into something, even if it's not even that serious, or it's always serious. It's always because it's your emotions. You're always having to feel into the situation, and that takes everything for people. So to feel like your emotions weren't served in the way that you wanted them to be, it can feel like a little bit of a betrayal. But this, again, it goes back to knowing the certain things that you don't want to enter into. Sometimes we have to enter into them to know that specifically, and to be so much more determined about it. So allow certain emotions to come in and allow certain emotions to leave. All right, so let's get some answers for you, Cancer. Let's see what it is. Compassion. Oh, love this for you, Cancer. So this speaks of, not being angry with yourself. Like holding these emotions in and creating this container for yourself. It's, sometimes, to explore everything means that you're being too harsh with yourself as well. And showing yourself some love, some compassion, some understanding. Why you went through, why you wanted to feel certain emotions, but also loving every decision you make, even if it's, you don't feel like it's, you look back and, have certain you know, regrets or whatever it is. Loving the choice to make every decision you make, because there's a learning process. You become emotionally intelligent from these situations. Yeah, spiritual growth, see? Spiritual growth. And this is why. Yeah, understanding that you can, your truest healing is your love for yourself. Loving yourself and loving where it's going to take you is ultimately the best healing that you can have. Like staying in one emotion, it's just never going to be a good thing, because you need to challenge all of your array of emotions. The array of emotions of Cancer. Who could write a book on Cancer? Only a Cancer with all this depth that you have, and ultimately it's your spiritual growth. And so you're allowing, others around you, the newer energies that you want to connect with, to see this growth in you. There's this building some confidence, and allowing people to see how much you've progressed and how much you're not allowing certain things into your life ever again. Oh, yes. Yes. This is yes. Do I need to explain this or not? I think we're good now. This is a clarification of saying yes to yourself, saying yes to the best responses that you have. If you've got an idea, there's a yes. If you've any clarification, any doubt in your mind, that's going to lead to a truly positive outcome, it's a yes. To follow your instinct and your emotional awareness, it's a yes. You're allowed to 100% do that, Cancer. I love this for you, Cancer. It's been amazing. And again, if you'd like to be part of the October competition, all you have to do is become a subscriber. Obviously, like the video as well. Love that. Thank you very much. But become a subscriber, and I'll announce the winner. Pick a subscriber and announce the winner at the end of October. And until next time, take care. Bye.